Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. You're welcome to another session of our Arabic Quran learning session. In the previous classes, we have learned Arabic letters. And Alhamdulillah, we learned all the Arabic letters from Alif till Ya. I believe you still remember all the Arabic letters. I believe you can recognize all the Arabic letters. And I believe you can pronounce all the Arabic letters by now. So today, we are going to be learning Arabic vowels. What did I say? Arabic vowels. Can you say it again? Arabic vowels. Again, Arabic vowels. So, Arabic vowels are classified into two. We have the long vowels and we have the short vowels. Now say after me. Arabic vowels are classified into two. Long vowels, short vowels. Say after me. Long vowels, short vowels. Long vowels, short vowels. So when you are asked that how many classification do we have in of how many classification is the Arabic vowels are classified into how many? You say two. We have long and short vowels. So today in this lesson, or in our first stage of this lesson, we'll be focusing on the short vowels. We'll be focusing on what? On the short vowels. A question again. How many vowels do we have in Arabic? How many classification we have? Two. Long and short. Now today we will be learning short vowels. Now, short vowels are classified into three. We have three short vowels in Arabic. How many short vowels? We have three short vowels. We have three short vowels. Just three. We have how many short vowels? We have three. And these short vowels are Fatha, Kasra, Damma. Say after me. Fatha, Kasra, Damma. Fatha, Kasra, Damma. Fatha, Kasra, Damma. Fatha, Kasra, Damma. Fatha. Say after me. Fatha, Kasra, Damma. Fatha, Kasra, Damma. Fatha, Kasra, Damma. Fatha, Kasra, Damma. Now, as you can see, this letter we are seeing here is what letter? That is Jim, letter Jim. Do you remember that? Jim. But there is something unusual that you are seeing with Jim. Okay? Now, look at this sign that is written on top of Jim. That is the sign of Fatha. That is the sign of Fatha. Because Fatha is usually written on top of a letter. Fatha is usually written on top of a letter like this. Just like this. Just like this. Okay? Just like this. Just like the way we write it here. So Fatha is a short vowels and it's usually written on top of a letter like this. Did you see that? And Kasra is another short vowel usually written on the bottom, at the bottom. It's usually we usually write it at the bottom of a letter like this. A Kasra, this is the sign of Kasra and it is written at the bottom of a letter. the sign of Fatha written on top of a letter. This is the sign of Kasra written at the bottom of a letter. What about Damma? Did you remember letter Wow? Did you remember? Damma is like a small wow, which is also written on top of a letter. Did you see? Look at that. Something like this. Look at that. Damma is like a small wow written on top of a letter. Okay? If you see something like this, that is Damma. If you see this at the bottom, that is Kasra. And if you see this on top like this, that is Fatha. Now let's take it again. Now we said, let's have the letter Ba. 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 Okay? If you see a sign like this on top, a sign like this at the bottom, and a sign like this on top, this is Ba. It is having what sign? Fatha. Okay? What about this Ba? The second Ba is having Kasra. Okay, the third Ba is having which vowel? It's having Dhamma. So, this is Fatha, and this is Kasra. Okay? And this is what? Dhamma. Did you see that now? So now you know what is Fatha, what is Kasra, and what is Dhamma. Alright. So now you know what is Fatha, what is Kasra, and what is Dhamma. Did you understand this now? So now we know we have um, three vowels, three short vowels, which are Fatha, Kasra, and Dhamma. And when a letter is having this sign on top, it is said to have Fatha vowel. And when a letter is having this sign at the bottom, it is said to have Kasra. When a letter is having this, it is said to have Dhamma. Alright, now let's practice. Alif, like this, is having Fatha. So we call it Alif, then Fatha. Okay? Alif with this is having Kasra. Then we call it Alif, Kasra. And Alif like this is having what? Dhamma. We call it Alif, Dhamma. That's how we spell it. Now, this you have Alif, and you have this sign, that is Fatha. Alif and Fatha. This is Alif, and you have this sign, that is Alif and Kasra. This is Alif, and you have this sign, that is Alif and Dhamma. What about if we have Ta, and you have this sign? Okay, this is Ta and Kasra. This is Ta, then Kasra. What about if we have this sign on Ta? Okay, this is Ta and Dhamma. Okay, what about if we have this sign? If you have this sign on top of Fatha, then this is Ta and Fatha. Impressive. Let's take another letter. Let's take letter Dal. Okay, Dal with this sign, with this vowel. What vowel is this? This is Kasra. So we have Dal and Kasra. Okay, what about this? This is Dal and Fatha. What about this? This is Dal and what? And Dhamma. Impressive. Alright, let's have letter Wow. Okay, if we have this sign on Wow, what is that? That is Wow and Dhamma. Wow and Dhamma. Okay, what about if we have this letter at the bottom of Wow? That is Wow and Kasra. What about these on top of Wow? That is Wow and what? Waw and Fatha. All right. So from all of these lessons now, we know that Fatha is a short vowel which is written on top of a letter. Like letter Jim, you have something like this on top of it. So letter Jim is having Fatha. Kasra is also a short vowel which is written at the bottom of a letter. Like you have letter Jim, you have Kasra like this. And Damma is a short vowel as well, which is written like a small vowel on top of a letter as well. So Jim here is having Fatha, Jim here is having Kasra, and Jim here is having Damma. I hope that is clear. Barakallahu feekum. All right. Now let's revise our Arabic letters. Let's have, we want to revise Arabic letters with vowel Fatha. Okay. All right. Now let's have this. Let's read Arabic letters together. After the counting of three, we start reading from Alif. One, two, three. Alif. Oh, no, I'm sorry. All right. After the counting of three, Bismillah. One, two, three. Alif. Ba. Ta. Tha. Jim. Ha. Kho. Mhm. Dal. Zal. Ra. Zai. Sin. Shin. Okay. Okay, let's say again. Zai. Sin. Shin. Sod. Dod. Mhm. Ta. Dha. Ain. Ghain. Fa. Qaf. Kaf. Lam. Meme. Okay, we don't have space to write the remaining. Okay, with these letters we have here, let's let's write vowel Fatha. Okay, how do we write? Do we write on top or at the bottom? Definitely on top. Fatha, 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 Fatha. Okay. Okay, let's say let's name this. Let's not say just Fatha. Let's have vowels. Arabic letters with vowels. Okay. So now Fatha. Now let's go for Kasra. Kasra, 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 Kasra. Now let's go for Dhamma. Dhamma, 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 Dhamma. Did you see that now? All right. So when you see a letter now, like we have Noon, you have Noon. Wow. Let's have Ha. Let's have Hamza and let's have Ya. Okay. Now Noon, Fatha. Now let's have this. All right. Noon is having what vowel? Noon is having fatha. Good. Okay. What about Hamza? Hamza is having dhamma. What about ha? Ha is having fatha. What about wow? Wow is also having no. Wow is having a kasra because it is under. Why fatha is on the top. What about ya? That's like a small wow on top. That is dhamma. Okay, exactly now. Fine. So remember, I told you that Hamza is usually not written alone like this. When Hamza is only not written like this. Okay, Hamza can be written with alif, Hamza can be written with waw, and it can be written with ya. Anytime you see any of these, Hamza is what you are still going to pronounce. Okay, they are all ways of writing Hamza. Okay, Hamza can be written like this, can be written like this. It can even be written like this. Look at that. On top at the bottom of alif. Or like this, or like this. Anytime you see all of this, what are you writing? Hamza. Fine. So let's take a brief test again. Jim, ha, kha, dal, zal, ra, zai, sin, shin, sad, dad, ta, dha. Okay. Now ha here is carrying which letter? Which vowel? Ha is carrying kasra. Okay. What about Jim here? Jim is carrying fatha. What about sin? Sin is carrying fatha. What about shin? Shin is carrying dhamma. What about sad? Sad is carrying fatha. What about dad? Dad is carrying kasra. What about ta? Ta is carrying kasra. What about dha? It's carrying dhamma. What about zai? Fatha. What about ra? Fatha. Dal. Kasra. Dal. Fatha. Kha. Kasra. That's it. So, barakallah fikum. All right. Another thing is, what is the sound? Sound of short vowels. What is the sound of these vowels? That is the most important thing. That's where we are going. Now we already know fatha, we know kasra, we know dhamma. We know how are they written and what position do they take. Fatha takes its position on top of a letter, kasra takes its own position at the bottom, and dhamma takes its own position also on top of a letter like a small wow. Okay. Now fatha brings the sound a, a. Okay. While kasra brings the sound e, 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 e. While dhamma brings the sound u, 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 u. Okay. So dhamma brings the sound u, u, u. Okay. And also in the future we will learn when dhamma has sukun, there's something called sukun. We will learn that it can bring the sound when it's joined to a letter. It can bring the sound ow. Now leave that alone. Fatha brings the sound a, a, e, u. Remember we said vowels in Arabic are classified into two. We have the long and we have the short. The long, why do we call it long? It is because when a letter is carrying a long vowel, we're going to elongate the sound of the letter. Okay? Like you have seat, seat. Look at that. You can see how we elongated, how we elongated. Different from when it's carrying a short sound, it's like sit. Look at that. Sit, 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 sit. Okay, long, sit, short, sit. Okay, the same thing here. We are learning short vowels. So fatha is gonna be giving let sound a, and kasra I, and dhamma u, I, a, I, u, a, I, u. Fatha a, kasra I, dhamma u. Fatha a, kasra I, dhamma u. Okay, fatha gives the sound a, kasra I, dhamma u. Fatha a, kasra I, dhamma u. Can you say that? Fatha a, kasra I, dhamma u. Fatha a, kasra I, dhamma u. Again, fatha a, kasra I, dhamma u. 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 Say it once again. Good. Fatha a, kasra I, dhamma u. Fatha a, kasra I, dhamma u. That is the sound that fatha is going to give a letter when it's written with a letter. Let's take a practical example now. Remember, fatha is going to give us the sound what? The sound a. A. Don't forget, this is a short vowel. So it is a, not a, not a, because it is a short vowel. Remember, kasra is going to give us I, not E, not E, and not A for fatha. And dhamma is going to give us the sound U, and not Oo. No, A, I, U. So that A, I, U, A, I, U, A, I, U. Say that after me. A, I, U, A, I, U. Okay? Fatha is the one that brings the sound A. What about the sound U? That's Dhamma. What about the sound I? That's Kasra. Now let's take a practical example. Let's have this. Let's have the example with letter with this letter. What letter is this? Ta, 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 ta. You know this letter is ta, ta, ta. What about when this letter now have short vowels in them? For example, this one is having fatha, kasra. Oh. mhm. So fatha, kasra, and dhamma. Now you know this letter is letter ta. But now that it has a fatha, which is a short vowel, and we said fatha brings the sound a. Now ta with fatha is going to give us ta, 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 ta. Okay, it's going to give us ta, ta, ta. And ta with kasra is going to give us ti, ti, ti. And ti is different from t, 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 t is different from t, t, t. You can see the difference. So you have to make it short. Why? Because This ta is taking a short vowel, not a long one. We haven't learned long vowels yet. Understood? So, and also this ta is also taking Damma, which gives the sound U. So ta plus Damma is gonna give us two, 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 two. Is that clear now? Fine. All right. Now we are going to learn this. We are going to have another example again. Let's have the example of Jim. Jim is having Fatha, and Jim is having Kasra here, and Jim is having Damma here. We said Fatha gives us the sound what? A, and Kasra gives us the sound I, and Damma gives us the sound U. All right. When you have Fatha on top of Jim, can you guess the sound that's gonna make? Is gonna make Ja, Ja. Kasra at the bottom of Jim, that is going to make G, G, G. Okay? Despite the fact that the name of this letter is Jim, okay? But just take away the im. We need the first sound of the letter, then plus the vowel, which is Kasra, which gives us the sound E. So G, G. And we have Jim plus Dhamma. The sound of Jim is J, J, plus Dhamma, which gives us the sound U. That makes what? Ju, Ju. And remember, there is a difference between Ju and Ju. This is short and this is long. And what is this vowel? It is a short vowel. Did you remember that? Good. So let's have another example. We have Dal. Dal. We have Fatha and Dal having Kasra and Dal having Dhamma. Remember we said what we need of when a letter carries vowel. What we need of that letter now is the first sound of the letter, which is D. For example, Dal, the first sound is D, D. All right. Now, Dal here is carrying Fatha, and Fatha will bring the sound A. So, Dal Fatha gives us what? Da. And Dal Kasra gives us what? Di. And Dal Dhamma gives us what? Du. Du. Remember, not do. No, that's wrong because we are not. Dhamma is not a long vowel. Okay? It will only become a long vowel when something is joined with it, and we are gonna learn that in the future. And remember, this is D, not D, because Kasra is a short vowel. And remember, this is Da, not Da, because Fatha is a short vowel. So I'm going to leave you with this lesson, and I want you to think about it and practice, try to understand the lesson very well. Automatically, I expect you to be able to pronounce all of the letters from the beginning to the end on your own when it has Fatha or Kasra or Dhamma. Okay? Or Dhamma. And because you already know what sound does Fatha brings. It brings A. And Kasra brings the sound E. And Dhamma brings the sound what? U. So with any letter, Ya Fatiha, it gives you Ya. Ya. Ya Kasra gives you Yi. Ya Dhamma gives you what? Gives you You. So I expect you automatically to be able to pronounce the sound of any letter now that has either Fatha or Kasra or Dhamma. But inshallah, our next class is going to focus more on that. But by next class, try to see, by practicing this class very well and watching it very well and understanding it, try to see if you yourself, without me expatiating on it, if you are going to get it. I expect and I believe that you are going to get it, inshallah. So today we have learned short vowels, three short vowels, Fatha, Kasra, and Dhamma, and their sound. Okay. Also, like I told you, okay, fine. We are going to learn that in another lesson. This lesson is already long. Barakallah fikum. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.